All right, guys, so we got to talk about a story that you'll probably not hear about in the mainstream liberal media, and I'm going to show you guys the systemic discrimination against stories that clearly favor conservatives and show that there are left-wing extremists in this country that are continuously committing acts of violence against pro-life religious institutions, and the mainstream liberal media is covering it up. Okay, we're going to talk about this because, again, the weakness of the Republican Party is the reason why there's not a broader conversation about this, because they don't ever talk about it. They never bring this stuff up when it's time to bring it up. This statistic right here, I've cited this a few times on my channel. This is a statistic that people need to be screaming at the top of their lungs, okay? Because, again, if this was the opposite way around, you will be hearing about it every single day on mainstream liberal media. Pro-life centers targeted by 70% of abortion-related violent threats since Dobbs' decision, according to the FBI. So the FBI is saying 70% of the abortion-related violence in this country have been against pro-life centers, okay? Again, that also includes churches, religious institutions. And just a few weeks ago, the FBI released video of an attack on firebombed Buffalo pregnancy center. So they released a video. Did you hear about this in the news? Probably not, right? Probably not. And when you go and you Google search pregnancy center attacks, there's no articles here from CNN, right? Nothing from the big liberal media outlets on this at all. This is apparently not a story that people should be concerned about, right? And the coverage that it is getting comes from mainly more right-wing or just local news sources, right? No coverage. But yet, the mainstream liberal media, if you want to Google Kanye West, big headlines here, right? New York Times, Variety, Rolling Stone, CNN. So again, apparently in our society, right, attacks on pregnancy centers that help women through pregnancy, people are firebombing them. 70% of the violence has been against these centers that's related to abortion. This is an FBI statistic, right? And the mainstream liberal media doesn't think that it's worth talking about. It's not worth covering. But Kanye West is in his comments, right? Again, it's just amazing how that works. Clearly, covering attacks on pregnancy centers, which again, it favors the right because most of the attacks related to Roe v. Wade come from the left. We don't need to talk about it. But Kanye West, because the story favors the left, right? They're going to blast that everywhere. Well, Kanye said he likes Hitler, right? He posted a swastika. I'm just saying. Words apparently are more dangerous and harmful than actual violence. So here we have the latest story here, right? About an, attack or protest at an abortion center in which you have pro-abortion protesters crashed a DC banquet for a pregnancy center, yelling, "Abortion is forever, MFer." So let's actually watch some of these videos.
Sinners, and you are judging those that are attempting to receive medical health care. That is all on your fucking hands. Every last motherfucking one of you assholes. Yeah, blood on your hands. Jane says revenge, motherfuckers. Blood on your hands.
Yeah, so you see that, right? Let's read about this. Pro-abortion protesters disrupted a banquet for a crisis pregnancy center this week, yelling things at guests like "blood on your hands" and "abortion is forever, MFer." The Capitol Hill Crisis Pregnancy Center annual banquet turned a bit chaotic on Thursday, and the hoopla was captured and posted by live action ambassador Christina Herrera it was during Executive Director Janet During's speech that a woman stood up from her chair and told the room they have blood on their hands for opposing abortion.
That are attempting to receive medical health care. Where's the police? That is all on your fucking hands. Take that revenge, motherfucker!
Yeah. So as you can see here, these people are getting kicked out. Okay, they're disrupting this. Yeah.
Who misleads them, who lies, and they welcome insurrectionists, gossip families, like the Holly, into the banquet. Shame on you! Shame on you!
Yeah. So, again, this is just a part of a larger thing that's happening in this country, in which you have religious institutions and pregnancy centers, again, places that are designed to help women through pregnancy, being attacked, firebombed, vandalized. People's lives are actively being put in danger because you have political extremists on the left that are upset about a decision from the Supreme Court. And Republicans, I don't know why they're not screaming at the top of their lungs that this is happening, right? Again, because when the left has an opportunity to highlight violence that they argue comes from the right, they scream it at the top of their lungs and you never stop hearing about it. For whatever reason, Republicans have this layup and they're just not taking it. They're not screaming it loud enough. They're not coming out here and pointing at this and saying, look, ever since Roe v. Wade was overturned, you have these left-wing extremists that are literally trying to kill people. They're trying to kill people that are simply trying to help women, and the Democrats haven't denounced it. Why haven't the Democrats denounced it? Why hasn't the mainstream liberal media asked Democrats to denounce this yet? Because they're going to ask Republicans to denounce a dinner with Nick Fuentes. They're going to ask them to denounce an interview, Alex Jones, Kanye West interview, an interview that was preemptively denounced by the head of the RNC, Ronald McDaniel. Right? Now, everybody knew what would happen after Roe v. Wade was overturned. Everybody knew that these left-wing extremists would go out here and do crazy stuff. I mean, who knew they would go as far as try to assassinate a Supreme Court justice? But did the Democrats preemptively denounce any violence? No. Well, why didn't they do that? It's because when you come out here and you preemptively denounce it, you're automatically saying, we're guilty. Those are our people. Yes, we're responsible for this. Democrats never do that because they understand once they start doing that, they're now playing defense, right? They're now playing defense. Democrats, again, it's just stunning the difference in regards to how Democrats carry themselves and how Republicans carry themselves. It really is. Republicans aren't screaming at the top of their lungs and telling the mainstream liberal media, calling out the hypocrisy in regards to denouncing actual forms of violence. It just missed opportunity here, right? And this is why Republicans are always on defense. You have a statistic that is clearly in your favor. You have evidence, you have footage, you have everything, and you're not using it. The Democrats, they use it. They go after it, and they never stop, even if they got to make it up, right? How many times have we heard the elusive, phantom white supremacy statistic? Well, the FBI says that white supremacy is the biggest threat, domestic terror threat to this country. Okay, well, what statistic do you have to back it up? They don't have any, but they keep saying it, right? They keep saying it. And that's the point. They never take the attention off of what is perceived to be extremism in the Republican Party. They never take the attention off of it. They always focus on it. They always highlight it. And again, that's the frustrating part about all this because, again, the left has way more to answer for in regards to political violence in this country than the right does, but yet they never have to answer for it because Republicans don't actually really hold them accountable. And that's one of the things that has to change. The conversation has to change in regards to who's the most responsible for political violence in this country, because overwhelmingly it is coming from the left. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.